we'll keep it going. I decided to do another live video. I say live with quotations, apostrophes, but I thought I'd do it another way. I've got my tripod out this time. Technically, the tripod is a phone pod. Oh, it is hot though. Let's put the fan up a little bit more. Oh, actually, yes. Why is it always 4th of July? 4th of July for this, for wind muffs. That annoys me. How are we doing? 3 people watching now. Welcome back. I did say I was going to go live, guys. Got about 30 minutes. Technically what I should do is I should sit here and edit the vlog from yesterday. I've still got the vlog to edit. That's what I should be doing. But I thought I'd try this. Ooh, what's this? Allow all. Nah, I don't want a green screen. I've got my own green screen, technically. I'm just having a little retouch. Retouch on. What does it do? Oh, cleans up my skin, maybe. Retouch off. I actually prefer the blemishes. You know, it's me. It's my natural me. Right. Video editor. We'll open that up. Kath, tell us about yourself. Well, that I can do. What would you like to know? Would you ever upgrade your drone to a Mavic, or do you prefer yours? So I have 2 drones. One is the DJI Neo, and the other one is the DJI. One is the DJI Neo, and one is the DJI Mini 3, Mini 4K. Wasn't Mini 3. I'd like to upgrade it to the 4 Pro maybe at one point, so I can do some extra stuff. That might be interesting. We've got 28 people watching. Hello! Nice to see you. We're currently, instead of being on a dog walk, we're now just sat in the office. Well, I say office. Whatever this place is. But I thought I'll go live on my phone again for half an hour more, just to see what's happening. Today's vlog is 49. I already can see what 49 is going to be like, and that's today, the one that I'm recording now. It's not great. Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's why. Do you have 2? I didn't. Oh well, I didn't know that. Why do you have 2? So I have 2. One is the one that I take out with me every single day. So the Neo is basically a little small drone. Let me go and grab it. I am here. That one. Betsy, careful please, because you're walking onto Bruno. Betsy, come here. Thank you. So, do I know Matt? No, don't know Matt. To be perfectly honest, 90% of the people in here, I don't know. You 2 were from the original people who saw me on Chris Perillo. That's how that goes. I'm looking on Discord, and I believe you do have the VIP announcements role. So you should now see in the VIP announcements when videos go live, so you can see how they're posted out. Basically, I post them out manually in there. The 6 o'clock ones go out automatically as well when I release them. So every single day at 6 o'clock, I release the videos by myself. So I have an alarm on my phone. I'll let you go to YouTube Studio, mark them as public, and I then add them to the playlist that they need to be added to. So there's every single day, every single vlog has actually been added to a playlist. So even the ones that are listed are still in there. They're just removed from the main search algorithm unless you're in the playlist, because you're going to find them. There's also the 2025 videos. There's also something else. I've got them. I have got them. I'm going to show you them in a second. And that's basically how it goes. Since 2009, I should tell you what I was thinking in the car as I was driving back. It's been 11 years since I went to Chris Perillo. 11 years. Anyway, this one here is the DJI Neo. This was literally the palm of your hand. That's how small this one is. This is the one that fits in my bag. It's the one I take with the dog walks. It's also the one that's powered by AI. It does the follow me. It does the things. I can also control it from my phone. So if I want to do some manual shots, I can do. If I don't have the big drone out with me, which is the more foldable one. This also has like the droney shots and everything else. I am not going to lick the like button again, but you guys can lick the like button. It's somewhere over there or somewhere else. Go ahead. But yes, the DJI Neo is the one that I use for the main vlog. So this is the one that you'll see whenever I'm doing a dog walk and you see it tracking behind me. That's this one that's doing it. So this one is also 4K resolution, does all the default stuff. It's got all of my license details which are on the top, which I have to have by law. This is also sub 250 grams. I believe it's about 150 grams. So it's way below the weight limits as well, which is really good. Does the droney, it can go automatically AI based out to about 10 meters in different directions as well. So this one's really good for that one. To get started in UAVs, so it depends on what you want to do. If you're recording vlogs, this one will crash into trees and it won't do anything. I've crashed this into a tree, I've crashed this into bushes many times. Even the AI has crashed into bushes and it'll just bounce off and fly again. Mainly because it's got all these protection measures on the outside, such as all this extra stuff, like the rings around there. Whereas the Mini 4K, not so much. I did crash the Mini 2S. I think it was Mini 2S, which is the previous one. So this is what I do have. So this one here is the other drone. So this is the Mini 4K. Basically, it's the one that I fold out all these. So this is the one that you'll probably see a lot of YouTubers will use. I know Ryan Drahan uses one very similar to this. So this is actually the same type of one as he uses. You don't need ID for it, but you do need an operator ID. So you'll need operator ID because it has a camera, but flyer ID you don't need. But I personally have a flyer ID because I do stuff for business. Because I take this drone up for business purposes, you have to have flyer ID at that purpose. And also it means that you're a little bit more accredited, you've got more insurance and everything else. So I have full insurance for this if I need to. Let's say something goes pear-shaped, then I can technically go through insurance. Do you know Squirrel AK Nutty? Yes, I do. Yes, I've met him a couple of times. He actually was one of the people from Chris Perillo. Eddie, have you ever considered building an iOS app? That could be a fun project and only a minor learning curve for you, I reckon. I've considered it. In all honesty, the problem that I have with building apps is for iOS, there's a big license fee that you have to pay to put them onto the App Store. And also, last time I was aware of trying to do it, you had to have a Mac. I have Windows. So for me, it never got round to the option. But for example, what I prefer, I've done Windows apps before. I love Windows apps. In honesty, like I've designed my business, it was going to have its own Windows app. But then things changed, and what I've now done is I've now made it into its own business web app, if that makes sense. So it connects to, I literally connect to a web server. I can connect to it from my phone. I can connect it from anywhere. It links in with everything I need to go with, and that's it, basically, for those. But those are my two drones that I have. Now, some of you may or may not know, I'm also autistic. If you guys aren't aware of that, then I'm surprised. How has AI changed your workflow? A lot. I'll go into that in a second. So, with autism, I've got this wristband on. The way this is basically sometimes communication can be difficult for me. I struggle talking to people in pub. I'll give you a clue. The times that I walked past people in public today on that live stream earlier, they were so nerve-wracking. My anxiety was literally through the roof. I literally can't cope with public 90% of the time. I don't mind on YouTube, but on content like this, I'm safe. I feel safe. I'm in a locked environment. Whereas in public, I'm not in a locked environment. So that's where I struggle with that. So it's more of a case of, yes, I would do X, Y, Z, but in honesty, no. But this one, of course, is reversible, so I can now flick this over to, for example, if I'm really struggling for a day, which can happen, I've got not okay. I also have recently bought myself some ear defenders just to take away the noise. After, you probably may remember that I got a perforated eardrum. That eardrum is still perforated. So I still struggle with the tinnitus that rings in that ear. And I've actually found ear defenders are the only thing that stop that from going. Stop during the wristband. Yes, I should really stop it, but then again, that's a sensory thing. I do that. So, how has AI changed my workflow? Thank you, Matt, for that question. In all honesty, AI has changed a lot of my workflow for the business when it comes to development. So, my whole dashboard was created using AI. There's a lot. If I try to do that same function into a normal business day-to-day environment, it will probably take more than 6 months to create what I've created. Whereas now I can add a new module, so I've just added the hosting panel integration, I've added the phone system integration into that, so literally it now integrates fully. And it just, for this to work, it's just been doing a lot better. So overall, AI has improved me a lot. There's a lot of times with AI that I struggle with it because it will repeat something multiple times, or there has been a case recently, even ChatGPT does this, Gemini has been doing it lately, it's annoying the hell out of me. The only way that I've found to fix this bug is to quite literally copy the code that you currently have to restart a new chat, but by the time you've got, for example, the dashboard runs on it runs on about 40 different pages of code, and I've got to copy all those codes in just to get it so it knows what I'm looking at, so it works out well. Can you host a meetup in Skegness? Not Skegness, I could do elsewhere. Skegness is actually not a location I would do. Long story short, passed. I don't like Skegness at the best of time. I will go there because I have to do it for business, but I will probably do it somewhere else. But yes, I will probably do a meetup or something. I need to see people. What I need to have is, for that to really take effect and be a good meetup, I'd like it to have a couple of, be a good couple of people who join that meetup. So the events that I'm going to, so I've got some events coming up. I believe the next one is 6th of July, which I'll be at. I believe, no, it won't be the 6th of July. Let me have a quick look at my calendar and I'll find out when. There's a couple of events that are currently happening at the moment where I'm with Evergreens, so if I'm doing a meetup, it'll be with XYZ to happen. So, no, it won't be the 6th of July. So it'll be the 13th of July. There is something happening in Portable Track. That's the day before my birthday. I am not pleased with that because I really want to be sleeping that day. If I'm going to do what I normally do with my tradition, I normally go live for 24 hours for my birthday. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, no, it is. What about like a mini conference, get a few speakers and try and sell some tickets, 40 people or so? Would Zach be there? Zach probably might be there for the Portable Track. I can't remember if it will be. I know Evergreens is open next Saturday. So while I will be doing the responsible officer, so I won't be able to do technically a meetup, so to say. But if you have kids and you are in the Lincolnshire area, I always try and let people know. I'll be mentioning over the next couple of vlogs to kind of get people into it. If you've got kids and you want to go to a miniature railway, then come along to Evergreens. That's what it's there for. That's why I try and do these videos. Zach is just a person who I met at Evergreens. He's another trustee, he's another member who's there, and we've clicked like that. He also has autism as well, just the same as me. Surprisingly, I click a lot with people who are very like me, autistic. It seems to work a lot better than most other people. Betsy, your farts are ponging. Betsy's the one that farts the most, and all I'm going to say is, oh my word. Joe Allen, thank you very much for the thumbs up in the chat. Why don't you click the thumbs up? It's over there. probably somewhere. I don't know. Can adults ride the miniature railway, or is that reserved for the little ones? Anyone can. I literally will ride it as well. I will sit on there and ride. It's completely free to ride. Anyone can ride. Primarily, we even do birthday parties for those people who are. So we can do birthday parties for the kids, 4 or 5-year-olds, usually the age that most people will start coming, all the way up to, I think the oldest one that we've done is about 70 years old. So we've done birthday parties for every single one. It's because people prefer them. The engines are built there. The track is designed to run with adults involved on them. The trains can pull them as well. They've got enough power in them that it can happen. My job as a responsible officer while I'll be there. Kath, let me just read that one. How old will you be on your birthday? I will be 33 on my birthday. Basically, 33 will be my birthday. 14th July. It's coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Prior to that, I've got my dentist appointment on the 2nd of July, which I'm having the root canal on that tooth there. Joe Allen, favourite commercial plane. I should really title this Q&A session, but I can't really do that now. Favourite commercial plane. I love the 787 Dreamliner. It's one of my favourites. It's controversial at the moment, of course. Thoughts on buying it in Colchester? No, yes, in Colchester. My dentist is all the way down in Colchester, so I live up in Lincolnshire. I go down to Colchester for my dentist. It's a certain dentist who I've had since I was a child. Anyone else, I can't trust them with my teeth. I've had some bad experiences with dentists. So it's for me to move up here, I've got to find someone who I really can trust and sit with, especially when it comes to stuff that I know is going to hurt, which I know that one is going to hurt quite badly. I live near Roydon. Do you know it? I don't actually know where Roydon is, so let me have a look. I'll do a quick search for it. Let's have a look. So, I don't know, Google Maps it. Roydon, so you're near Chelmsford area. You're in the Chelmsford type area at the moment. Yeah. So I go down to Southend once every now and again because my family lives down there. That's where I used to live. It's also where other people live, so I try not to go there as often because of that reason. But if I do, I'll have everything else. So I'm about 100 or so miles above you, which is brilliant. What I do have is, of course, I've got the vlog to still edit. Favourite ride at Southend Adventure Park? Okay, so my favourite one is the green roller coaster. I can't remember what it's called, but that's been the one roller coaster that I love. There was only 3 times I've ever done it, and that was on the Rage, and I hated roller coasters and I still hate them. I can't stand going on roller coasters as it is. I went to Ingermells with someone the other day, like last couple of years, which is up in Lincolnshire, which is near Skegness basically, and let's just say the ride broke down while I was on it. While I was on the climb going upwards, and I could fully see everything. Instead of me just going on it and just going around and not caring and not worrying about it, by the time we stopped halfway going up, the track had done, and it was like, yeah. I had the panic attack on that day lasted for the rest of the day. Yeah, I do agree. Favourite vegetables? None. Can't have them. So if you've been watching the videos, you may work out that 90% of the time I will have probably a McDonald's or something, or pizza or something. You'll probably always see a pizza box in here. Ryan has told me off many times the pizza boxes usually used to be on the 3D printer. But the problem that I have is when I eat vegetables, I start struggling with the Crohn's. It flares up to the fact that I'm in pain. I will be in bed for the day if I have vegetables. It's the same with fruit. So while it would be lovely for me to have vegetables, I love strawberries, I love a lot of fruit. I love oranges, love apples, love pineapple. But having too much of it will just cause me to just go crazy. When it comes to the vegetables, carrots, peas, sweet corn, they'd be my favourite, but of course they just go straight through you as per normal. So yeah, not great. So what are we looking like for the next vlog? I'm just trying to work out what I'm looking at. So the way I edit my vlogs, I used to use Premiere Pro. I now use a video called Move AVI editor. Move AVI video editor. I've been with them for ages. I've been using them for quite some time. Thank you very much for the likes on the live. Really appreciated for tapping that screen. But I moved over to Move AVI because it allows me to literally preview the video straight away, not having issues. Oh well, that's mad. What about Huel or something? Do you know what that is? Like the shape type things. In all honesty, I've not tried them. I think the reason why I've not tried them is because I've had issues with a lot of sensitivity to certain things, but it's struggling. Not built your own video editor? No. No way. I'm not building my own video editor. No thanks. I prefer using the software like this. Matt Colling said hi. Thank you very much. Really appreciated. I'm sure we've been talking anyway. So what I probably have been drinking that you've probably seen is this green cup. It's the one that unfortunately it gets, as you can see, all this is just residue coming from the bubbles. It's completely fine. I've used this many times. I wash it out every single day. So I know I always rinse it out every single time I'm making a drink, but the bubbles just get everywhere. But SodaStream has been one of my favourite things since I've done that behind. Perhaps enable super chats in your settings. Can't do it yet. I don't have an option for super chats. The simple answer is you have to be able to monetize on YouTube for that to happen. And for YouTube monetization, I used to be able to do it on my old channel. I used to be a full YouTube partner with them, and then things just went crazy with something. So what you have to do, so the reason for it, YouTube basically blocked their monetization. So if I go to earn on my YouTube thing, I have to have at least 500 subscribers and at least 3 videos uploaded in the last 90 days. Well, I've done more than that in the last 90 days. But I need 147 subscribers. I've currently got 147 subscribers, so if you could share it out, you know, you can help me on that case. And I also need over 3,000 public watch hours on a video for that to happen. Ryan, it's too late for that. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck? No. No. So the way I now do it is by Ko-fi. If you've ever heard of Ko-fi, it's a really good platform. Ko-fi, so ko-fi/Eddie's Life 24/7 is the way to support me on a YouTube platform such as this. I wonder if I go onto YouTube and I go to content, can I see this live? Yes, I can. Can I access this live from this one here? This would be interesting. It's going to be really nice. I'm going to hear myself back. Let's mute my speakers. Yeah, there you go. So what I will do, if YouTube will be nice and give me the chat options. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. I was just about to do it myself. There we go. That link there is my support official page. Is this spam? Nope. It's under the video. Every single link is underneath the video. You'll always find that underneath the video, links in the description as well. But yes, no, it's not spam. That's Ryan doing it for me. Only spam here is kept in a can in the fridge, probably. Do you sell on eBay? I do have an eBay account. Long story short, I had enough of the fees. That was my major answer. I had enough of the fees, so I don't use it too often. But 90% of the time, I do also have spam filters on here as well to just combat a lot of things. But that is the official link to go support me. There is the option to do membership, so there's a support which is VIP access as well. Eddie, can community VIPs lose their status, or is it a lifetime peerage? Community VIPs can lose it. It all depends on, you know, if for example they start being abusive in the community, they abuse their VIP status as a community VIP, then yes, it can be removed. Also, if you were to subscribe to me on Twitch, you also get VIP access to the vlogs as well. I know it's sensitive, but would you ever do a story time about your past and why you don't like seaside towns, Southend, Skegness? I don't know. Long story short, I probably might do in the future, but not at the moment. It will have to be a sit down and it will go through a chat. It's a conversation I'm still yet to have with my brother. My brother in himself has stopped communicating with me because of the way during said situation I stopped communicating with friends and family, including during a wedding in the family that I didn't attend. But that was because I was trying to keep the peace within the family, and unfortunately I still need to go through that with him, and I've not even had the opportunity. It's to the fact that both me and him just haven't spoken in over 5 years now, which is a shame, but it's annoying. It was a dark day when a seagull stole his chips out of his hands. I should have just said that. How did you find Jean? She seemed so great for you. Okay, so interesting story. That was right at the very end. So I had to... going on to the previous subject, it kind of links into it. So end of the relationship I'll get into. There was a point that her family was wanting me dead. So I had to escape that area. I had to not be known. So basically through a friend of a friend of a friend, we found Jean. Jean only got told that day, something's going to come and stay, probably for a week, and that's it. But that one. Oh. I was waiting for that to come out on this channel. Yes, that was me. That was me. I have the video still. I still have that video. One day I might release it on YouTube. I literally recorded it, but one day I might release it. But no, I'll give you a clue. I'll go into that at some point in the future. But I do have that video. I still have that archive somewhere, so don't worry. I still have that. But the long story short is, do it for paid members only. That might be an idea. I might do it at some point, but I won't be releasing it just yet. So, regarding me finding Jean, basically it was a friend of a friend, and they got told that someone's going to stay for a week. They normally literally foster dogs. The person who normally tells them this fosters dogs. So they were just expecting a dog to turn up. Next thing they know, I'm standing up on their doorstep and going, "Hi, I'm here to stay for a week or so." Next part is Patreon. In honesty, Patreon I don't use as often anymore. It's mainly Ko-fi. If I'm going to release it, I'll put it into the VIP announcements. So if you're a VIP at the time, you'll get access to it at some point anyway. So if you're VIP by free or by any other methods, then yes. Such as Twitch subscribers, they will also get it as well. But that will be it. But the problem is I would have to release it into a way that it doesn't get shared, if that makes sense. Jean seems like such a sweet heart. Always like seeing her pop up in the vlogs. She's not popped up in the vlog today. As you know, I was out on my own today. Sometimes her MS flares up as well. Do you ever see yourself with kids? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have anyone. I don't have another person with me. This is me and me and me. My kids currently are Bruno and Betsy. That's who my kids are. I may have kids in the future. Long story short, I've ex had a 10-year-old brother who we had custody over. So I've been with kids before. Yeah, but I've got fur babies now, and the fur babies are a lot nicer, minus when they fart right next to your nose in the middle of the night. What about more dogs? How old are Bruno and Betsy? So Betsy is 7, Bruno is 5. 5 or 4? 4. I think he's 4. I can't remember. What's your thoughts on Berlin? Haven't been. Not entirely sure if I want to go. Don't know. Is your phone mirrored? Because the layout is confusing me. No. What you're probably seeing. So this is basically what you'll normally see. So the video, what you normally see is this angle. That's the angle that you normally see on my Twitch streams. So if ever you've done that, Jan said he's 4. Yeah, B4. Thank you. I couldn't remember. How do they write your Father's Day card? You mean this one? Long story short, it's Mum. Mum wrote it for them, but they sent it, and I'll tell you what, it was a lovely birthday. It was a lovely Father's Day card. Why don't you get a Mac? Are they more professional? Aren't they more professional than Windows? In all honesty, I use Windows more than I use Mac. There's restrictions on Mac that I don't like. There's everything else I don't like. I would like to get a Mac for business purposes to understand more about it. So if I need to diagnose it, then I can. I've got a little bit more knowledge into it. But when it comes to other things, not so much. Yeah, it's mirrored. And there's nothing I can do then. This is the only way that I'm literally looking at the preview on the internet, and it's exactly what I can see. Professional certainty, certainly subjective. Yep. What's your dream holiday? In all honesty, I want to go back to the US. That's where I want to go to. I love the US when I was there. When I left Chris Perillo, I remember I was crying in the airport and didn't want to come home. I didn't want to come home that day. That was the pinnacle of my holidays, and I've not, in all honesty, I've not really been on holiday since. That's the grand scheme of things. I've not really been on holiday. The only holidays I've been on is locally within the UK. Yeah, design. Yeah, very true. Designed by a greedy corporation to lock you into their infrastructure. Yeah, very, very true. But there's not much that I can do while they are starting to lock. Like tomorrow, I'll be getting a new piece of. Actually, before I continue on, I really do need to check what time I have an appointment tomorrow, because I have a customer call out tomorrow, and I need to remember what time it is. Because if I don't do it, I'm going to swear at myself I'm going to swear at myself tomorrow morning, 11:30. Perfect. That's fine. I don't have to worry about getting up really super early. What's your favorite purchase recently? In honesty, the only things I like mainly are my drones. I have my camera. I have this. My main thing is this Insta360. This is the vlog camera that I use. This. There are 2 mics. One of them is literally just there. That's fine. I'm absolutely fine with that one. The problem is when I take it out, there's also a mic just there. There's also a mic just there. So yeah, Eddie missed my question. Thank you. How did that come about, travelling to Chris Perillo? That's so cool. Long story short, I had asked him. I had been in communications with him for about a couple of months, and he basically sent me. And I said to him, I'm coming to Seattle. I want to meet you. I had enough full itinerary planned for that holiday, apart from 3 days at the end. I purposely left 3 days. So of course I saw the Boeing factory, which was one of my favourite ones. I went on the seaplane, which was absolutely brilliant. And basically I went through a lot of situations and loved it to a thing. And it turned out the iPhone 5C was due to be released. So I basically said to Mum, I'm going to go and meet Chris, and I've got to get a taxi at 3 o'clock in the morning in a foreign country. Yeah, that's how it works. Foreign country. Next thing that happens, I get there. This is after probably a £100 taxi bill. Guess what happened? My credit card declined. My debit card declined. It just didn't want to do it because it was a foreign country. It had plenty of stuff in it. I was like, okay, so how am I going to deal with this? I will get round to people as when things go in. But yeah, basically things to go through. Just keep it friendly as well. But basically, yep. Ryan, Cass started it. Don't care who started it. Ryan's finished it. Let's just move on. Be the easiest way. You guys are brilliant commenters. I've seen you in my comments a lot of the time. Please don't harass each other. It's too hot. It's too nice. I like my community. I like my community the way it is. So, do I use a mic muff dead cat on your filming? No, I used to. So with the Sony ZV-1, which is now my live stream camera, which, long story short, the reason why I haven't been live is because I can't switch it on. It shorts out whenever I switch it on. As soon as I plug in the lead to plug into my PC, it shorts. Can't use it. So I've got to try and find a different method for that at some point. But yes, dead cat for filming. I've already got a link for one of them. I've got one of them order. It's due to be arriving on within the beginning of next month or so. Okay, let's go back. So I'm going to go back and just quickly read some questions. So, how do they write you a Father's Day card? Yes, we've done that. Are you sure it's not mirrored? Yep. Why don't you get a Mac? Aren't they more professional than Windows? I went into that one. What's your dream holiday? I already said that. Max Horrid, yeah, it's mirrored. Professional necessity subject matter, which is what Cass said to Matt. Ryan, designed by a greedy corporation to lock you into their infrastructure. Yep. How does it come about traveling to Crisperillo? That's so cool. That's what I was just talking about. What's your favourite purchases recently? So favourite purchases basically are my drones. I do love flying them, as well as the Insta360 Go 3S. That's the two main things that I love using are the things that I use on a day-to-day basis. And also the fact that I've now got a Pixel 8 Pro, which is from Carl, which has been lovely that he offered me his phone for that. I need to pay him as well for that as well. I need to send him some money for it. If you had to describe yourself, so current favourite meal, pizza. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed for that one. If you had to describe yourself in 3 emojis, what would they be? Why am I doing emojis like that? I think the other one would be the headphone emoji. You know, maybe this. Autistic for this one, maybe. But the absolutely hyper happiness for that one. If you had to describe yourself, why people blah 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 blah. Do I use a mic muff dead cat while you're filming? I used to. It's the one that I used to have on the Sony ZV-1. I used to love that, but now I'm using this. No. I sent him a link to a set of muffs. Use the Droid Cam. I could do again. I could use the Droid Cam on this one now. I don't have the other phone. Sorry. So, hopefully I've answered that question. How Squirrel, AK Nutty, do you want him to use a muff? He does. He does like filming out soju. So yeah, technically I need to use a muff. I need to use it to just take out the noise. What I use is AI noise reduction in the video editor that I use. So that's why 90% of the audio just drops out like no tomorrow, and I'm just trying to bring it back up and trying to get it normal. Does Carl live with Eddie? No, Carl doesn't live with me. He lives down in Somerset. So he's all the way down there. He comes up to visit me. I'm planning to visit him at some point. But he comes up by train and he spends a week here. He enjoys his holidays here. It's where he has his holidays. Muff, naughty words, Eddie. Muff, it depends on the context. If you're talking with Muff, which is like the one that I have for the main when I use my PC camera, yeah. If you're talking about the muff that's on the headset that I use for work, it's fine. My lights have just gone down. It's 10:30. Eddie, have you heard of Rick Van Man? I've heard of them. Please stop saying muff now. Why do I need to stop saying muff? Muff, 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 muff. There we go. Just for you. Maybe I should put on my ear muffs. Fair enough. I do apologise. I do apologise to the Scottish, but the contents I'm talking about is noise protection, if that makes. Yep. There we go. There we go. All right, let's move on, shall we? So, long story short, I need to edit the vlog, which is going to be fun. I need to mute that because I'm hearing myself back. The other noise that you hear sometimes is the engine noise of the car. There is nothing I can do about it. One thing I have noticed is I've started every vlog lately with "Good morning, good morning, good morning," even if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, do you know Atomic Shrimp and thoughts on him? I don't know. Don't know him. Not something I watch. Do you like B&M or Home Bargains more? In all honesty, I don't really like them. I prefer Lidl. I rarely ever go into them, if that makes sense. You probably see me going to Lidl more than you will see me going to B&M or Home Bargains. I have history with them. Going back into the past. I try not to live in the past, but yes. My favourite, actually one of my favourite purchases recently has been this. The knockoff Dyson Fan. Lidl. It's Lidl. I know it's Lidl. Definitely Lidl. Middle of Lidl. That's where that one came from. Almost like you should use headphones to edit. Yeah. Should say what? Since Adam TK Wallace left the community, and I said something I didn't mean to be offensive, but he took it slightly offensive. He left the community. Long story short, don't really want to go into it, but I have not done it. I usually just edit them with.
Afternoon is currently 2:25.
Oh, I started with good afternoon. That makes a change.
And technically,
HomeSense or TK Maxx. TK Maxx. It's the only one I've been into. I haven't been into HomeSense.
I've been to the railway today, but no.
It's not for me to get in. In the way I go with, if something's happened in my community, yes, the way I go into it, if something's happened in my community, I respect the person as well. The only people who need to be aware are the people who have moderator privileges in certain situations, and if they have a moderator permission in some way, shape, or form, then technically they are aware of the situation on Discord because it's logged elsewhere. But I don't get into situations like that on content. It's not for me to put any bad names against them. I still like him as a friend. We still chat, but he's not in this community. Tell us the secrets, Squirrel AK Nutty. What's the best day to go? Yes, agreed. Have you ever tried reselling on eBay? I don't have anything I sell really. The products I sell are only parts, which I normally use in the business anyway. But the selling on eBay, I did try setting up a Ko-fi store. I tried setting up a couple of. I did an Etsy store as well. I've had nothing from it. Absolutely nothing from the Etsy store. So that's how it's gone. So basically, yeah. Matt, yes, he already said he used to do eBay, but doesn't like the fees. Advertisement. Non-breakable. If I wasn't a YouTuber, what would you be doing? I'd just be doing my normal business. That's what I normally do. That's what I've been doing in the evenings 90% of the time. I just stopped from my house to floor. Yeah. Fair enough. Matt, you've changed since becoming a CVIP. Okay. Kath hasn't changed. Okay, I'm just going to quickly point this out. Let's not argue with each other. Community VIPs are given out by me and me only. I will give them out if I deem fit. I don't agree in people attacking other people in the comments or in the chat. If that does happen, I do ask people not to leave the community for that reason. How do I find new clients for my business? So we'll move on, but I don't want to see any more of it, please. Because if I do, I'll get my mods to start actioning some. So, how do I find new clients for your business? I use a couple of. Now it's word of mouth. 90% of the time it's word of mouth now. I still use a service which I've been using, which is My Computer Repairman, which I'm listed on. Which gave me a lot of my leads, but now I've got the leads and the reviews come in, I can now use them to my advantage. Can I come to a Link for Business event? You can if you have a business, of course. If you're planning on starting a business, then yes. The only thing that you will need to do is go and sign up for the tickets. They're £12 for them. They go at certain things, and everything else go from there. I technically am in the yellow pages. I'm technically on yell.com. I'm on all the online versions of it. I just can't be on the yellow pages. It is still a thing though. So technically the Link for Business networking event is more for businesses. Is it like a business networking to talk to other people? What I probably will do is do some networking or something else to do with different things as well. How do you scroll? Okay, Nutty, it's up to Scroll if he wants to say. Do you have to pay for yellow? For yell.com, no. For yellow pages, yes. You get a free listing, but basically there's to get premium you have to pay for certain things. I personally don't do the premium listings. I do everything free. That's how my business has gone. And I am literally just now stretching this thing here because it broke. That annoyed me. Actually, probably one of the things I did enjoy printing was this. My old desk pets. Still have this on my desk every single day. Have you ever had much luck with Google Ads? No, Google has. They've had plenty of bills from me. Won't pay for them again. Nextdoor, yes. Nextdoor I have. So Nextdoor.co.uk, I've had a lot of leads from them as well recently. People have, can Jean say hi? She's gone to bed. I will tell her that the community said hi to her, yes. I'm happy to replace it. It's fine, I can replace it. It's just a link on Amazon that I'll grab. Basically, I was holding it like this and expanding the thing. It's where I had inadvertently chewed it earlier on in the day. It had weakened at that point, and it literally gone to the point that it had now gone to the point of snapping. So, have you tried printing one of those turtles that when you put something on them, they move to a shot look? No, I haven't. I haven't tried printing those. Do I have an Amazon wish list? If I do, it's not been updated. I'm going to have double check. That one. Technically, I do have one, but it's not been updated. And I've just gone through it, and there is nothing I need. Would love to make for the excellent videos you make. Yeah, I can do it via Amazon wishlist. I can do it by that. I will put invite others to your wishlist. No. How do I make this a manage list? Right. That's what I have to do. I love this. That's probably why no one ever managed to go into it. Let me do this. delivery address. Put it there. Yeah, we'll do that one. Keep purchase items on. No, I don't want to keep purchase items. Don't spoil my surprises. Yep. Okay. Save changes. Let me get now the. So I managed to make this a. I suppose I just made this a public list. There we go. Right. Now, how do I share this list? Copy link. Right. Does this work? Let's have a look. That is technically Amazon Wishlist. Chris is still in Seattle. Eddie is in the UK. Yes. That's basically the link. Okay. That is basically the wish list currently. At the moment, as you can see, there is nothing on there, but I have enabled it so you can buy stuff that is not on the list. So as I add things onto that, I will be sure to let you know that they're on there. 90% of the time, the stuff that I want on Amazon is I'm about to get the item that I need, the two items that I need, like £3, so I'm not going to buy them. Yep. No, the ban. I looked at the chat. I did say, Matt. The answer is if my mods. The way my community works is, if you have seen them on the welcome rules, mods have the final decision on all situations, and I am agreeing with it as well. But yes, it's 60 seconds. In honesty, it's a warning, more to say you need to keep an eye on it. Simple answer is the mods have final say if they feel like it needs to go update list. It's a great way to support. I definitely will do. Yes, I've got it shipping to the business address now, so that should make things easier. The way my community runs is the rules that I have on YouTube are exactly the same that I have on Discord, exactly the same I have on Twitch and every other platform. You normally, as things happen, you will get. I run by a 3-strike rule. Verbal warning first, usually by me. Second warning will usually be a warning in some way, shape, or form, such as a timeout. It's up to the moderator to decide if a timeout is given and who should get it at the time. And then usually it's a ban for a certain length of time, and that ban can then be increased onto something further. What I would suggest to every single person is, if this carries on, I'm just going to end the live, and I'm going to edit the vlog that needs to be edited and go off to bed. I'm happy to answer questions and whatnot. I've still got the vlog to edit. I've still got things to do that I need to do this evening. But the simple answer is, let's keep the community clean. Let's keep it kind. Don't be abusive to other people. I was bullied as a child. I do not like bullying in my community, and I will not stand for it. I will not stand for any harassment or bullying or any attacking on anyone in my community. If that does happen, then that will be the case. So yeah. Favourite car? We are looking at. In all honesty, I liked the Porsche the other day. That Porsche was lovely. That was my favourite. So that's basically how Porsches was my favourite. And actually, that rule is rule number 3 of the community. That's how it works. So if you understand, if you want to be a part of the community, that's how it goes. DeLorean or Get Out? In all honesty, DeLorean, yeah, DeLorean is a different kettle of fish. It's a different kettle of fish. If I could go back to the future, I would. Mac Cup, electric fan. I've got one. That's one I've just got there. Kath, Matt has just apologised to Kath. Hopefully Kath will accept that apology. I'm sorry if I annoyed you. Eddie is right. Yes. Mustang or Get Out. No, I like Porsches. I also like Aston Martins. I have no specific vehicle or car that I like. That's how, if, for example, let's just say a car company of some description, Aston Martin, Mustang, Porsche or something contacted me and said, would like you to drive this car for a week. No, they would. I don't do car reviews or anything else. And they said, I'd like you to drive this car for a week and we want to have a review. But we want you to say only positive things. Bye, there's the door. Close on the way out. You're not allowed back. My integrity is what I do. I think I maybe meant, are you a fan of electric cars, nor do you have electric fan? Not sure though. That makes sense. Okay. Electric cars, yes and no. I like them, but I also don't like them. My favourite is hybrid if I have to have anything. That's the only thing that I've got to go for. Right. Trying to think what else is happening. By the way, if you guys want to see some 3D prints by Duck 3D Prints, head over to the Discord, click in the image gallery, and you'll see Toothless Helmet, which is a really lovely thing. I'm going to really annoy Ryan right this second because I am going to do that. I don't have the 3D printer he has. I like fans too. I'm a sweaty person. Same here. Nightmare Fuel. Oh, in all honesty, I like the character. It's cute and whatnot. It's like Stitch. Doesn't annoy me. It has 40,000 likes. Views or likes on Insta. I like Stitch, I like Deadpool, you know. Everything that I try and do is I try and post it onto the Discord as well. Doesn't on me. Views, okay. Do you play Zelda? Nope. 5M? Yes. I used to play Sniper Elite. Technically I won't be anymore. There's been some issues with a couple of friends who I play with, which I don't agree with, and nor do they, in regards to banning for no reason whatsoever. But we've been with them for quite some time. Drone had done several collabs with Duck 3D, with Doe 3D print, and with Doe 3D recently. Nice. Apart from that, very. I'll give you a clue. I've never played it, so I don't know if I'll like it. I haven't watched any trailers. I don't think it would intrigue me, if that makes sense. So, in honesty, Zelda, I would like it. It's Edward. Is the full name, officially. Even though, even on like certificates, like I just did the pat testing, so this is something that you'll see in the vlog coming up very soon, as I did a pat testing course. Which I did for the business, so I am technically now a pat tester, which is something I did, you know. Why not Edward's Life 24/7? Because I prefer being called Eddie, basically. You didn't respond when I called. That's because I normally get called Eddie. Edward is reserved for people, for certain people, family members, mother. That's sick, actually. What the fact that I did a pat testing course. I did that, and I've got some pat testing equipment coming out literally tomorrow, which will allow me to do pat testing on all electronic equipment. As a business, if you have 5 or more employees in your business, you have to have a pat test done. You have to have someone who's competent to be able to do it. There is no legal requirement in how often it needs to be done. It's all done by risk assessments. Yes, I have gone through the course only yesterday, so it's fresh in my brain. Yeah, it's awesome that I can do pat testing. It means that I can now do that as part of the business. I can sell it off. He has a terrible response rate. It was justified. Don't full name him. He has a very terrible response rate. Justified. When you're watching chat, it's fine. How many employees do you have? Me, me, and me. It's a simple answer. Who's Pat? Pat is, long story short, it's... I can never remember the words for it. It's basically electronic appliance testing. I don't know where personal. It's portable electronics. Portable appliance testing is what it's officially called. But that's what Pat is. Are you hiring? Not at the moment. When I do hire, it will be on the careers page on the dashboard. Can you Pat test my hairdryer? It shocks me after unplugging it. Yes, I can. I'll bring it around when I get it. I can absolutely fine. I can Pat test it. I can tell you if it's safe or if it's not. But one of the Pat tests is a visual inspection. So it will be checking to see if you have so there's earth continuity test, which is checking to see if that's probably what's giving you the shock. If it's not the earth, there's also the test that you've got, the visual test as well. There's another test that I can't remember that does, but the system that I've got will do all the tests for me and do that as well. Why does squirrel need a hairdryer? It's covered in fur. They're fluffy, they're cute. You should see squirrels. They also love nuts. That's why they're called squirrel nutty. What's your glasses prescription? I'll give you a clue. I can't see my computer screen. I'm hardly seeing the phone in regards to cleanness. I can't see further. Funny story about glasses, actually. Long story short, I was with Mum. I was working. This is when I was working for my local council when I was down in Southend Borough Council, and they offered free eye tests for people who work in the industry. But actually, I'm going to restart this because we're going to vlog this as well, because you guys get to be in the vlog. Currently live on YouTube, doing a YouTube live video. There'll probably be a link somewhere in the card so you can go and watch it if you'd like. But basically, I'm talking about my glasses prescription, and it's kind of a funny story because I was sat there in work, and because I work with electronic equipment, I got a free eye test with my job. So I was like, right, I'll go down to this portable cabin and go and have an eye test. I sit down, sat in the chair, and go, yeah. And they went, do you drive? Yeah. You're not allowed to drive anymore until you get glasses. What? Told Mum, I need glasses. She went, no, you don't. You don't need glasses. Yeah, trust me, the day you put on glasses for the first time that are your best prescription ever, the world is so much clearer. It's so lovely. Anyway, currently live on YouTube, answering some comments. What do you do at the council? My job was IT. Basically, I was an ICT apprentice. It was my job. I loved it. Apart from the fact that because I was an apprentice, I got with the same old job every single time. Would you like? You've reset your password. Do you want me to reset your password for you? Yeah, your password is blah 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 blah. Thanks for calling. You get stuck on the help desk. That's what I did. Do I speak Spanish? No, I only speak English. Favourite IKEA product? And as you can tell, this is how the chat's going. If you want to see the full AMA, link is in the cards and probably in the description, if I've remembered. If I haven't, I'm sure one of these people will remind me in the vlog when it goes up. 49 for those people watching. Alright, I will see you guys in a couple of moments to end off today's video because it's currently coming up to 11 o'clock. I love doing those segments. Favourite IKEA product? In honesty, I really like their desk. The desk is something I really fancy. There is a point that I would like to change this office around at some point in the future, much to Ryan and Adam's dismay. Like, I've been in this arrangement for a while. The problem that I have is moving my chair back is a pain, and I should not do that because I've got a dog right behind it. So basically that one. Let's have a look to see what else. Did I miss anything else? Favourite woodland creature? Favourite woodland creature would be... I do like squirrels, to be perfectly honest. Maybe that's why I like squirrel. I'm not vermin. Not your other ones. Do I speak French? Nope. Do I speak English? Spanish? Nope. Yeah, that. Are you the reason M and S was down? M and S? No. Not as far as I know. He won't remember. Definitely probably won't. With a limited budget and only high street stores, which stores would you go to first? Oh, I don't actually know. In all honesty, Matt, you are correct. McDonald's is probably going to be the case. I like McDonald's. I like going to have there. I like having their food. No, Pizza Hut. Their ice cream factory used to be one of my favourite things. Ice cream factory, top it up with sweets and everything else. Especially when it was unlimited refills. I used to have that all the time. Who is the person who was concerned that you weren't writing the what three words in your videos? That was Richard. He is a person from the railway. He's the person who did our kitchen. Basically, he's the one who likes to see where I do the... basically, he has dogs himself. And it's nice for people who have got dogs in the area to know where to walk the dogs. Especially as 90% of the time I walk in different locations. I hate them. They ate my loft, says Ryan. That's recency bias. Then they're surely no idea what that means. They got hacked because someone reset the admin password without checking. Yeah, here's the problem. A lot of people will set a password for the admin account, and the admin account is usually a service account to log into systems. Now, for me, whenever I set up a system gets its own user account with its permission to only access XYZ that it needs to access with a password that's factory for that. It's not for anything else. Having a default root password? No. Love Maplin. I always... Maplin Electronics. Oh, you remind me of the past. That used to be one of my favourite shops going in there. If Maplin's could come back, yes, please. I used to love being in there every single day, literally looking through all the electronics and everything else. Piggyback Joe's question, no food. Piggyback on Joe's question, no food shops. Where else? Maplin's. If I could go day-to-day shops now, Curry's PC World. I'll go in there and buy a big, huge flat screen TV and everything else I probably wanted. I always go in there every now and again just to have a glance and see what technology is currently fresh and new. How many hats is too many hats to own? I have one hat. And that hat is currently in the car. It's a Smile More hat. It's the one that I got from Roman Atwood because I watched his videos too many times. How's the kitchen coming along? Is it finished now? It is finished. Well, I say finished. There is still tiles to go on the wall. There's still other things. And also we've had a ceiling gutter and the wooden thing that goes around the ceiling. That has fallen down. But apart from that, and that wasn't his fault anyway. Apart from that, yes. And everything else hasn't been his fault because we have been lazy and not gone to certain locations to get items that we need to go for. But otherwise, yes, it's usable. We use it every single day. Kath Hobson says, he Americans. He says Z instead of Z. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was I responding to? Kath? I'd love a Smile More camo hat. They're lovely. They're lovely. We've got one more minute before I have to end off. Because I'm going to have to end off. I need to edit the vlog. I need to go to bed. And I need to be up ready for work in the morning at 9 o'clock to answer phone calls that come in. But yes. XYZ. Oh, okay. XYZ. Yeah, I don't say XYZ. It's not me. Okay, long story short, the reason why I speak a lot of stuff in American is because as a child, I wish I was American. As an adult, I still wish I was American, as long as my health was not in the way it currently is. Because currently my health with Crohn's, no. There's a reason why I don't do medication half the time. I struggle. Here's the thing. If you know me very well, you'll know I have this box. How many times have you ever seen me open this box on a video? This box has every single tablet I'm meant to be taking. Puriton is more mainly So, in this I have Zapane, which is my painkiller. That is very, very strong. It's codeine and paracetamol. It's the one that will actually cure and stop my pain. Get your granny box. Yeah, no. Cold and flu tablets, that's for when it was winter. Don't need them in my day-to-day one. That was also cold and flu. Don't need that in that one anymore. Modafinil. This was to do with, basically what they were saying is mental health was affecting my bowel because of some scientific thing. Never really did anything. If anything, I found it made it worse, so I don't have them. Buscopan. They're brilliant for instant relief, but they're... You know what I was going to say. They're not great for day-to-day basis. You can't have them every single day. This one is empty, so that was nortriptyline. I also have Piriton in here as well, just in case, and I have more. I also have some tramadol in case I need them as well. These are basically the tablets I have on a day-to-day basis. I choose to opt out of them. Right, we're going to end off. Yes, we're going to end off very soon. Okay, so can't you start work a bit later though, as you're your own boss? I can start my business as late as I want. I can end off my business at whenever I want. But if I have a call out booked in, it's difficult. Besides, the only person losing out of late starts with me. So yeah, if I start off late, then I will lose out on the times that I have everything else. Long story short, everything happens with the business. Basically, in the morning, Monday morning, which is tomorrow, I'm catching up on tickets that have come in. I'm catching up on leads that I have not looked at through my emails. I'm sending out emails for any open tickets to go through. I am going through many different things all at once just to start off the business day, which these are the type of things I would like to record in the vlogs in some way, shape or form. But what shoes do I wear? I'll just wear any shoes. In all honesty, I have a pair of shoes. They're Mindle. They're currently rubbish because they're kind of broken. They're kind of wearing out. But that's the shoes I wear. Crocs are the best. I wear Crocs when I'm in the garden. Yeah, I wear Crocs when I'm in the garden. I have a pair of Crocs. They're quite literally garden shoes. But when I'm going out to customers, I can't really go out in Crocs. I have to look in a presentable way. Yes, I'll go out in a t-shirt and my jogging bottoms, but I won't go out in Crocs and stuff. And generally, please update your Amazon wishlist. I will do that at some point. I will try and decide what I want to put on the Amazon wishlist. Because currently, what I should possibly do... See, the problem is the stuff that I probably need next is stuff that I know is going to be quite expensive. So, of course, it's stuff for PC. I would like to upgrade the graphics card in here at some point because the graphics card in here is rubbish. I technically have 2 in here and it's just about coping now. Print it. Print what? What am I meant to be printing? 90% of the other time is office stuff or anything else like that. The other things I've got on here are business stuff as well that I get, or my Pepsi Max soda streams that I always get. I could possibly add that to my wish list, you know, because that's something I buy on a day-to-day basis. So let's have a look. I'll add the Pepsi Max to the wish list, so that way there is something on it. Add to list. Eddie's wish list. There we go. That's now added. And as you can see, it's no sugar. I'll support the Amazon wishlist. Expensive is fine. Add lots of things. People pick their budget and go for it. Yeah, I probably will go through the list of things that I wanted or what I have bought in the past that I know I need to replace at some point. Like even, long story short, I know there will be something that will be added, and that will be socks and underwear because I've got a dog that likes chewing my clothes. And more spending an afternoon adding anything that would help. I will do. Put something silly expensive on there just to see. Yeah. Oh, Yeah, I could do. Actually, I tell you what I would like is a soda stream in this room, but then I'll have to have a water supply in this room, which I don't have. So I might as well just use the one that's in the kitchen. You knew what I was thinking of. I was trying to remember which graphics card was, but yeah, fine. If you guys want something stupidly expensive on there, I will put a stupidly expensive item on there for you, which you are looking at about £2,400 for one of those. Yeah, so we'll do that. Yeah, we'll go for that one because that's of all the items, that'll be the cheapest of the items. So if someone bought that, oh my god, what is it? It's basically a graphics card. It's Asus RTX 5090 gaming card, which will mean that I get a lot more items. See the link in your vlog's description. I should probably do that. Let me go ahead and find that link that I posted a bit earlier, because that might be an idea. I'm going to put that in there for you guys. Okay, I hate you. Do you know what's really annoying? When you send a link on Amazon Wishlist. Right. Copy, link share. Thank you. Right, does that allow me to paste it there? Yes, perfect. I'll put that into the chat again, just for the people who need it. Can you put a slightly cheaper graphics card out on there too? Yeah, I possibly can. A wish list is a wish list of items that you would like. You should probably buy something first. It's up to... In honesty, I am not requesting anyone buy anything from the wish list. In time, I will get the stuff that goes through. I'll buy from the Amazon wish list. And I will put that link in the comments. There we go. It's now there. So, Matt, so simple answer. Just because Kath has become a community VIP doesn't mean she needs to do anything first. It's up to her if she decides to. I do not ask people to spend money for this channel. It's up to you if you want to. It's not up to anyone else to force that opportunity to go through. I have put that in there. So, yeah, I'm just pointing it out so that way everyone's aware of how said situation goes. So that way we don't sit there at the end of the day going, what's happening? What I will do is I will look through different tech that's on accessories and whatnot. I should tell you what, I'll add a gaming keyboard because that's something I need. This keyboard, I'll give you a clue. You ready for this? This is me touching the network, the USB lead. Disconnected. That's where I struggle. And it's something I put up with a lot of the time. So that is probably something I will probably put onto the wish list, is a keyboard. I would like a Cherry MX, you know, I like a mechanical keyboard. Eddie, for real, keep adding, please. Want to support the channel, thank you for your vlogs every day. I love watching them and appreciate your time and effort always. Thank you. More than welcome. In honesty, there was someone who, I remember a comment back in the day, someone put a message to me and said, why are you doing the vlogs? I will answer that question as a final answer to this thing here. If only you had an IT support person who would fix that for you. It's replacement keyboard for this one, for that. Long story short, right. But I'll answer this question and then we're going to end off the live because it's 1 hour 20 minutes. I need to head off. I need to edit the vlog anyway, so I'm going to be up for a little bit while longer. I might even stick on to Discord and talk with some people on there as well, and go from there. By the way, if you're a Twitch subscriber, you automatically get access to it as well. So if you're subscribed to me on Twitch at Eddie's Live 24/7 on Twitch as per usual, then you also get the VIP releases as well and everything VIP related on that regards. So just so you're aware for that situation. So I had a comment once saying, why do I do my vlogs? Why am I recording my vlogs on a day-to-day basis? For one reason, I want to see where I've come from the past and where I'm going to be in the future. So what I mean by that is I want to be able to look back on my videos and go, that was old me, this is where I've come now. At the same time, I'm also enjoying it because, of course, I'm able to see how far my business is progressing. Not only am I now seeing it in the numbers of the business and the leads coming in, and every single time I'm working, my phone goes off the hook sometimes, and it's crazy. And it's like, I did this. This is something I did, and it's something that I've been nice to document. And also, it's nice for other people to see this process of what it's like starting up a business, what it goes from literally the moment that you decide to press go on that business to having a big business. I would love it to be a big business. I'd love to hire thousands of people, but for me, it's going to take time. It will take time for things to happen. I have certain rules and regulations that I abide by whenever I go to a company or a customer to make sure that I give them the most utmost credible service possible, which includes the first simple question I ask before I even enter someone's house. I always say, would you like me to take off my shoes? It's a simple question. How many times have I ever had workmen come in and just walk in with shoes on? It doesn't show respect to the person's house. Whereas me taking off my shoes, I'm showing that respect to them, I'm showing that respect to their house and their property, and I'm going from there. So that's the reason why I take off my shoes and I just basically go to where it goes through. And I'll tell you what, most people, whenever I've done that, have always said, in honesty, thank you for doing that. Most people don't do that, and actually I've just had my carpet relayed. Much better. Can't have holes in your socks though. Yeah, there's a reason why I buy certain brands of socks. Have a nice evening. No pressure on editing the vlogs. Thanks for the live stream. So fun to be able to chat to you instead of just watching every day. Happy New Week, Eddie. Thank you very much. I will probably do another one of these chat along type Q&A videos in a couple of months' time. I may even do some more chat. Do you like it when I'm out and about, when I do the live walk with me vlog, when I do the walk with me type videos? I've done it a couple of times, and I think you guys have enjoyed it. In one's favourite sock brand, it all depends. I have to have ones that are wide socks, because I get a lot of itchy feet from socks being like that. Let's add that into the wish list. That's the one that I need. Yes, I want those ones. Let's add this to the shopping cart. Add this to the list. Add it to, yep, done. I like sitting at the desk. I feel like you're more focused. I do both. I am trying to be more focused as much as I can. But not always able to tune in. That's fine. So the dog walks at the moment are always in the evenings past sunset, just to get that bit. The green. This is my favourite green screen that I've ever done. I went into like a hobbycraft store and literally bought tons of card. It does absolutely nothing, but it removes what was the atrociousness on this wall. So I just removed it. That's the reason why. I hate your screen, as you know. I know you do. The problem that I have is this chair, literally just here, is millimetres away from the back. When I move backwards, I have no room, let alone to move forward to get out this place. I have to always bring my knee back up, literally lean back in the chair to get my knee round just to exit this chair. It all depends. The green screens, now they're about 20 quid by the looks of things. I'm literally looking at them. You have the rollable ones as well. Literally, I could £20 depending on which one you go for. It all depends on lighting. Get the phone panels I have. Yeah, I probably could do that as well. I could also get one of those little small portable ones as well, which could be quite nice. Which is about 40. Actually, that one looks quite nice. We'll go for that one. I'll add that to the. Let's add this to the wish list. There we go. There's something else added to the wish list. Do you think you'll move out and live away from Jean? Some point I will. I would like to live on my own. I'd like to have my own space. I'd like to have a room that is dedicated to the office. My bed is over there. Okay, my commute to work is literally 1-2 steps, and then I'm at work. Have you heard of Nanlite? I have not heard of that. but I will do a quick search on it. Oh, yes. Like it, but I don't have space for it. Is Jean your foster mum or a dog's foster? Jean is not foster mum. No, Jean is just my landlady. That's who she is. I don't know how my foster mum is technically my adopted mum. So I'm adopted, or a dog's foster. The dogs are mine. These two in here are always mine. So Bruno and Betsy are mine. Like Ryan, his chair is exactly the same. Green. That's the problem with green. That's the problem with this chair. I will give you a clue. This chair, big massive thank you to the person actually inside this chat. The name was Squirrel Nutty. He's the one. This is his old chair. The previous chair I used to sit in was a granny's chair. If you look back in the day when I first moved in, it was a granny's chair. So thank you. Right, let's end off this live stream. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, of course. Don't forget to click the like, subscribe, comment away as well if you're watching this in the past. In the future, I will use comments that are in this thread video to create a Q&A, and I might even do some on Discord as well to collide a Q&A together to do one in the future. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 6 PM, unless you're a VIP, which I'll see you in about a couple of 10 minutes or so on the next vlog, which will go up at some point very soon. Until next time, bye-bye. I can't go to the wishlist. Is it public? It is public. Should be. Well, 1 second. Let me just before I go off. Let me just double check. What for me? Yes, privacy is public. It is public. I don't expect anyone to buy me anything. We'll do that. I don't know if that is working. But anyway. Cool, I'll try again. Probably my issue. I have put the link to it in the description if you need it. It'll be in the description of all future uploads from tomorrow, from 4:49 onwards. You will see the Amazon wishlist in the description. I will make sure it's in this one as well, in the description as well, so you can find it through there. Right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. Till next time, bye bye. I love that ending. That's almost my favourite ending. It used to be the but now it's a till next time. Bye bye. Are you sure you want to stop ending the light? I love this button. I love this button. Toodles! Toodles, bye! I love this button. I've got a message box on my screen, so I know I'm not ended. Thank you very much for liking, commenting, subscribing. Till next time. Bye bye.